Yo, welcome to You Watch That Stuff, where if you watch that stuff, I probably do too. And I just finished Squid Game Season 2, Episode 6, and I honestly think it's gotta be the best episode so far. It had everything. You had the explosions, the betrayals, the suspense, but even with all that going on, I could not help myself from thinking about the parallels and differences of Player 1 between Season 1 and Season 2. Season two's Player 1, aka the frontman, aka Young Il, aka In-ho, Officer Junho's long-lost brother, is arguably the most interesting character of this season, to me at least. So, way back in 2021, when most of us were cooped up in our homes during the peak of COVID, I remember that by the end of Season 1, despite the brutal violence that all these players went through, I really couldn't bring myself to hate Ilnam, Season 1's OG Player 1. He was, and still is, one of my favorite characters of this show. As he lay there on his deathbed, I genuinely felt like he was a man grasping at whatever strands of the past he could before he died. He was just desperately trying to relive his childhood to recapture a fraction of that joy he once had. His character also radiated this odd sense of purity during the games, despite, being this weird, twisted, sick dude, for one, voluntarily creating the games, and then two, participating in them. So, whereas Ilnam played because he was dying, a little bored, and for the love of the game, Season 2's Player 1, the frontman, is the complete opposite. Yes, both infiltrated the game for personal gain, and both are linked to the Shadow Org or whatever it is that you want to call it that's kind of looming in the background. But the main difference to me is that the frontman exudes nothing but nefarious energy, and it seems his goal is to manipulate the players and control the outcome of the games. This was most apparent to me during his interaction with Player 149 after she was abandoned by her son, Player 007, during this episode. So rather than consoling her, Player 1 focuses on the fact that her son left her to die, and he kept prodding, really drawing out her anger until she snaps. And, despite his apologies, this was clearly one of his ultimate goals. He could see the confusion in her eyes, but he tried pushing her to accept the ugly truth about her son, to unearth her true feelings and observe her response. So I think in this sense, like Ilnam, it seems like the frontman has a genuine interest in human behavior, and this may also be another contributing factor to his participation in the games. But I personally think he is also threatened by Ji-hun, Player 456, and it's his interest in him that I find the most interesting. I really love how intensely Player 1 watches Player 456. Gauging his reactions, trying to understand his intentions, and really pushing him. But outside of the manipulation, I'm not 100% sure what his endgame is with 456. Does he want to control him? Does he want to break him emotionally? Is he so impressed by 456's resolve that he has decided to bring him into the fold? Hopefully, we see some really interesting exchanges between the two, and I'm also hoping that the show really builds on the frontman's character and removes some of that mystery that he was shrouded in during the first season. Now, I know I may be in the minority here, but for those of you who also haven't completed the season, please let me know your predictions in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe and recommend any other stuff that you're watching. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, take care.